Hey, how would you like to not only just have a high ticket offer, but one that actually converts with confidence? And what if you could walk into any room on Zoom or a physical stage and know exactly what to say, how to communicate your value, and how to make people feel like saying yes? Because you're not selling from slides, you're speaking with clarity, conviction, and story, and you're creating desire, not pressure. But let me ask you something a little bit deeper. Have you ever felt like you were born to lead, yet you doubted whether people would actually say yes to your offer? Have you ever entered a sales call or masterclass thinking, what am I missing? What if the missing piece of everything isn't your offer, but how you communicate it? Imagine walking into any room and saying the right thing at the right time, the right moment, in the right way. So people don't just listen, they lean in because you're not pushing, you're leading. Hey, I'm Dr. Tubiaklo Sotu, and I've been an entrepreneur for over 30 years and counting. And I help purpose-driven entrepreneurs just like you scale through speaking, sales, systems, and strategic events without sacrificing peace, purpose, or priorities. I work with experts, coaches, and consultants who already have the wisdom, but they're just stuck on conversion. And I get it. See, I know you have a high ticket offer, but people aren't saying yes. You've hosted webinars, masterclasses, challenges, but they just didn't convert. You've been on sales calls after sales calls, but sometimes you're just unsure of what to say. And sometimes you wonder if you're saying too much or not enough. And deep down, you're tired of doubting your voice, even though you know you're called to lead. And just to tell you a little bit more about me, I used to be a teacher for 12 years. I taught creative writing, dry erase marker in one hand, coffee in the other hand, pouring into students who didn't always see their own potential. I really did love teaching, I did. But I will never forget sitting alone in my classroom one day. The bell rang, papers were all over my desk. I looked out the window and I whispered, there's got to be more than this. See, I always dreamed of speaking on stages, of using my voice, of leading rooms, of building something of my own. But I stayed because leaving felt irresponsible, risky. Have you ever felt like you just had to stay somewhere where you outgrew just because it felt safer than chasing what you really wanted? Eventually, I left to start an event company, and then COVID hit in 2020. How many people remember that? And in just 30 days, we lost over $140,000 in revenue. I had a child at home, multiple losses in our family, and some weeks we didn't even have $100 for Christmas. At that time, I hit my knees. I said, God, what do you want me to do? And I heard a whisper, and he said, I got you. I trusted, decided to raise our prices, rebrand our event business, document every system, train my team. I wasn't just building strategy, I was surviving. But in the process, I built the resilient business blueprint and tripled our revenue in just 1 year. And something else amazing happened. I found my voice again. I started teaching what I'd lived, but this time not from the classroom, but from my own Zoom. I taught how to communicate, how to sell, how to lead. And today I make more money using my voice and knowledge than I ever made in the classroom or behind the scenes running events. Because now I know how to command the room. And that's exactly what I want to teach you. Inside the Command and Convert Masterclass, you're going to learn how to use emotional storytelling and identity reframes to shift beliefs, understand your unique sales personality so you sell in your own unique voice. You're going to structure your event, build trust and not pressure. You're going to learn how to communicate your offer with flow and confidence and show up as the expert your audience is already waiting for. And yes, I'm going to teach you my 5C high ticket close system. You'll be able to connect, clarify, choreograph, confidently invite, and of course, command and convert. And if you want the full breakthrough, I invite you to join me in the VIP room. That's where you're going to get the live feedback on your offers, your pitches, life coaching on your business, anything else that you need. And I'm going to help you shape your pitch in real time. So let me ask you again. Have you ever felt like your voice was too much or not enough? Have you ever walked away from sales calls or master classes or webinars thinking, I missed it? Do you know that you're meant to lead, but just don't feel confident selling what you know? If you answered yes, this is your moment. You need a message that converts, a structure that supports you, and a voice that feels like you. Come and join in the Command and Convert Masterclass. Let's activate the leader you already are and finally sell the offer you were born to deliver. Click the link, register now, and I'll see you on the inside.